The father gave his brother a hug. The brother on the side is too envious. He expects his father to give him a hug too. But my father didn't mean that. The boy can only take the initiative to hug his father. What I got was my father's perfunctory response, and the boy smiled contentedly, because it meant nothing to him. The things he faces every day. It is 10,000 times more painful than my father's perfunctory. This is a must-see healing movie in life. Nearly 200,000 countries scored a high score of 8.7, especially the smile that the male protagonist often wears on his mouth. It's absolutely fascinating to have the audience marvel at this. But such a handsome boy. But since I was a child, I have been looked down upon by everyone. In a class, the boy's face started to twitch. He quickly bit the pencil hard to survive until the end of class, but time flies too slowly. He still got sick. His classmates began to laugh at him. The teacher was very angry. The ignorant thought he was deliberately disrupting the class. Brand struggled to explain that he couldn't control himself, but the teacher didn't believe him at all. He made him apologize to the class, and promise he won't make that stupid sound again. Brand can only do. The boy has had no friends since then. His classmates bullied him, call him a freak. The principal also called his mother, said the school couldn't continue to teach him, get him to drop out. Brand said helplessly again that he couldn't control it, but the principal didn't believe him either. What makes Brand even more sad is, even his own father didn't trust him, and often get angry because of his weird screams. Stop it. Brand never refutes. I can only bear it silently, full of tears. He understands. Your own screams can upset others. Fortunately, he has a good mother. He didn't believe his son was making trouble on purpose. Took him around for medical treatment. Medical care was underdeveloped at that time. Doctors don't recognize this disease. They also believe that Brand lacks self-control, or because she divorced her husband, causing Brand to have psychological problems. Mother doesn't think so. She thinks her son must have some kind of strange disease, so she went to the library to look up book by book, with day and night efforts. Finally found an unfamiliar medical term, Gorine disease. This is a condition in which the brain sends the wrong signal. Diseases that cause the body to go uncontrolled. Now I can finally prescribe the right medicine. Mom immediately took him to the doctor, but the result left my mother with ashes, because there is no way in the world this disease can be cured. Hear this news. The mother felt utter despair. Then Brand ran over to comfort his mother. We'll make it through. His mother took him to a Tourette's support group. It's full of Tourette's patients. He wanted Brand to see it. How do other patients live? But what I didn't expect was, everyone here is complaining. They are all complaining of the injustice they have experienced. The conversation is full of negative energy. One woman even persuaded her mother to drop Brand out of school, because they are wasting time and money going to school. The mother was furious. This is not a mutual aid meeting. This is roast. The mother immediately left with her son, and told his son to forget what happened here. Never be a person who only complains. That would make his life worse and worse. So Brand went to middle school with a bumpy ride, but the environment around him remains the same. He was once again the laughingstock of his new classmates. In class, the teacher punished him for turning his back on the classroom, but he still couldn't hold back and scream. The teacher can't take it anymore. Send him to the principal's office again. It's right here. His fate will be completely changed. He habitually apologized to the principal, but the headmaster asked him a question. What is the significance of school? Brand was blinded by the sudden question. The principal said, and school is about using knowledge to change ignorance. Then the principal asked. Brand came to the school concert, but Brand was very upset, because his screams will ruin the atmosphere of the concert. But the principal still insisted that he attend. Sure enough, he still fell ill during the concert. His scream, it distracts people from listening to the music. His classmates and teachers were all talking about him. Under everyone's gaze, Brand was on pins and needles. Finally made it to the end of the concert. The principal suddenly put Brand on stage. Brand bowed his head in shame. I walked onto the stage in front of everyone. He realized it was time for him to apologize. The principal asked him, do you like to make weird noises and disturb people? Brand replied no. And he said, well, why did you do that? Because I have Tourette's disease. The principal asked again what it was, and Brand explained to everybody the symptoms of Tourette's disease. I can't control the weird call, and there's no cure for it. The principal asked another question. So how can we help you? Brand replied that I just want to be treated as a normal person. After saying that, the principal motioned him to go back. When Brand walked off the stage screaming, this time, there was no cynicism or ridicule. Instead, there was warm applause. Brand felt understood for the first time. He looked at the principal on the stage in admiration. The old man only used a few words. It helped Brand open the door to a new world. This also made him feel the true power of education. Since then, Brand had a dream of his own. He is going to be a teacher. Brand, with his dreams, finally graduated from college. Can grow up. Brand faces the real challenge, because adult biases are often harder to change. Although he looks handsome during the interview, excellent resume, but all he had to do was make a sound. The interviewer immediately staged Sichuan opera. His face-changing interviews hit the wall one after another. After he failed countless times, always smiling, he would explode. He hates himself, hate fate. Why did he have this strange disease? He tried to restrain his screams. The more restrained, screaming and twitching like a flood, unstoppable. He phoned his mother to complain about his grievances. Surprisingly, his mother didn't persuade him. Just tell him calmly if you want to give up. Just come back. The ticket has been booked for you. It's clearly a mother's way of provoking, but the thrill worked for Brand, because he has to prove Tourette's will never defeat him. If he gives up, it's like agreeing with those who say he's naive. He just needs a school that suits him. Brand was enlightened when he thought of this. Yeah, the right school for him. The principal who interviewed before only cared about his illness, never paid attention to Brand's educational philosophy. This prompts Brand to go in the wrong direction as well. Actually, he just needs to find a good school that places a greater emphasis on education. That's it. Brand immediately got the motivation. He is on the map. Marked schools they haven't been to yet, one by one. Finally, after interviewing more than 30 schools, he came to a special elementary school. As soon as he entered the door, the principal greeted him warmly. It's full of life and energy. During the interview process, they talked for more than 2 hours. Brand's disease, it didn't get in the way of them. Instead, it added a lot of laughter to the interview process. The headmaster appreciated Brand's educational philosophy. Brand explained, his best teacher was actually Tory City Council. He wants to teach his children from personal experience. Don't be defeated by any difficulties. This time he finally passed the interview. The wish has become one. Teacher, he began to decorate the classroom with joy. Prepare to meet the first batch of students in your life. But, to be a teacher is not the same as being a good teacher. All the students in his class were assigned from other classes. Other teachers naturally treat difficult students, distributed to him. Brand introduced his illness to the children. Let them speak their minds. Some children laughed at him, but he was still smiling. Patiently explained to the children. Then a little fat man suddenly got up and left the classroom. Brand told him, if you want to leave the classroom, you must ask his permission. Chubby's original teacher told Brand, he has ADHD, attention deficit disorder. The teacher couldn't stand him. Just put him in Brand's class. He suggested that Brand should just drop him out of school. But Brand wasn't willing to give up on him, because I used to face being given up every day. He knows how hard it feels to be abandoned. So he took the initiative to talk to Xiaopeng. Chubby told him, he grew up hating reading, because he's having trouble concentrating. Brand said he used to be like that. The little fat man doesn't believe it. Brand showed him a demonstration. He let Xiaopeng try to read. Little fat read. Brand let out a weird scream. He reads Brand again and tickles him. And that's the barrier of Tourette's. Chubby finally understands. It turned out that Brand was much more difficult to read than him. Xiaopeng asked him if you also hate reading, why become a teacher? Brand replied, I don't hate reading. I just need to spend more time than others to learn. You too. So I won't give up on you. Chubby started to try to read the book. When he calmed down, turns out reading isn't so bad. Even found interesting stories in the book. Just like this one was given up by other teachers. The child was patiently taught by Brand. Successfully found a way to learn. A girl in the next class gives Brand a sense of frustration like never before. The girl is very obedient. But Brand found this girl very special, because her hair is getting less and less. From the girl's mother's eyes, Brand guessed that the girl was terminally ill. The chemotherapy caused her hair to gradually fall out. The mother doesn't want her daughter to be looked at differently. She begged Brand not to tell the truth. Looking at the girl's cute back, Brand felt despair for the first time. From this day on, Brand paid more attention. Put it on the girl. Make her as happy as possible. I hope a miracle happens to her. But miracles are miracles. A few weeks later, here comes the bad news. The little girl has left this world. Brand was invited to the girl's funeral. I watched my classmates walk into the church one by one. He hesitated, because he makes weird noises, break the solemn environment. He still decided to leave, but then the girl's mother stopped him. So he was in the company of the girl's mother. You scream and you walk into the church. But his appearance, it didn't offend anyone, because everyone here knew him. Yes, that's him. Let the girl spend the last days of her life happily. Soon after, Brand met a girl. That's the only girl who doesn't care what he screams. They have the same hobbies. Like-minded. Mom also likes him very much. Brand also had significant others. In class today, the school suddenly came to an old man standing at the classroom door. Oral writing and drawing. Brand guessed that this might be the superintendent. But unfortunately, a big truck came to the school. Brand invited them for the class. The kids were excited to see the big truck. He had to take the children out in front of the superintendent. He thinks, students' happiness is much more important than their own assessment. Let the child grow up. It's not limited to books. It's more of a life of practice. Novelty inspires children's curiosity. It increases their awareness. The superintendent wrote down everything he saw in a notebook. The next day, Brand was taken away by 2 teachers, said to discuss with him whether to let him continue to be a teacher next year, and he was led into a classroom. It was filled with his students, and all the teachers. This reminds Brand of yesterday. It seems that the superintendent has no intention of letting him go, but to his surprise, the headmistress announced to everyone, the superintendent has been tracking him. His teaching methods are novel and interesting, so he was named the city's outstanding teacher of the year. The students cheered. Colleagues also gave Brand a positive look. Look at the students. Brand felt like a child at heart. Because of the way children see life, it's not like adults. They see the world and they say, I can do this. And what makes Brand even happier is, his efforts actually changed his father's mind. He finally realized the power of his son. At the awards ceremony, all the important people in Brand's life are here. They all witnessed his hard-won success. When he came on stage, made a few strange screams again, but this time no one laughed at him anymore. Dislike him, he told everyone. I'm most grateful to this old guy from Toray Municipality. Some people are weird. Why is he grateful for his illness? Because that was my best teacher. This may surprise you. What did he teach me? At At this time, there are classmates under the stage who want to help him answer. That's right, dealing with Tourette's is the most valuable lesson in Bran's life. At the same time, it also made him develop a habit that is difficult to break. Always have hope. In the face of the hardships of life, we are often overwhelmed by loss and depression. We don't feel understood, not recognized, but don't forget, someone has been silently encouraging you, support you, unconditional trust. Don't forget to smile and say thank you to him. You have worked hard. Please stop ignoring him. You who are forging ahead in the wind and rain.